day, over 15 million members are transforming Africa. 15 million members empowered to learn, to create, to grow, to harvest, to lead, to dream. Equity. Karibu member.
A very good morning. Thank you to you, our viewer, for joining us on this special edition about our Equity Bank interview with me, Maureen Kimani. As the society continues to learn how to navigate COVID-19 pandemic, the impact on businesses, families and individuals continue to be felt across Africa. Well, many are still struggling to bounce back. You know, the COVID-19 pandemic is still back. Are you in business, a farmer? You run a micro, small and medium and large enterprise? Are you a large corporate or institution? Well, Equity has rolled out a 700 Kenya shillings, that is 700 billion Kenya shillings, and is supporting individuals and businesses to recover from the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic by offering short-term loans, medium-term loans and long-term loans. And today we are privileged to have one of the Equity Bank manager. He will be talking to us which bank he represents to, and we shall be talking about this membership campaign that has just begun initiative, and we will get to know much more better. So we are saying Karibu member, and in case you have question about this topic that we shall be talking about the membership campaign, you can text us on 0717 424 866, or you can use our SMS number, that is 21760. Good morning, my name is Maureen Kimani and welcome. Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Maureen.
How are you doing?
Very well.
Are you keeping warm? It's very chilly.
Yes, chilly, but I'm very prepared for the weather.
Okay,
yes.
Awesome, awesome. Now, yes. Because it's the first time we are having you here in our studio, kindly introduce yourself. Tell us which bank you represent.
Thank you so much, Maureen. My name is Sylvester Muya, and I'm a manager of Equity Bank. I'm representing Equity Bank Current Supreme. And thank you so much for inviting me into your studios. I feel privileged this morning to talk to our members about what you are doing to support them. Thank you. Yes.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Karibu member.
Asante,
Yeah,
asante.
and we know that Equity is known with having so many supporting programs like the Wings to Fly scholarship for the young people just to help them in education. Now you have another initiative that is called Member Initiative. Tell us more about this initiative program.
Thank you, Maureen. Now, Maureen, this is not the first time that Equity Bank is running this kind of a campaign we call member campaign. Sometimes ago we had this a similar campaign which was about Karibu member, and this time round we have decided to go to our members so that you can be able to demonstrate to them the progress that they have done in our journey from the time we started. And we are celebrating these achievements with the members across Africa so that you can be able to support them in their businesses. I'm sure, Maureen, you are aware that for the last about 2 years, this country and the rest of the world has actually been devastated by the effects of COVID-19. So this is something that actually has affected all the people in business, and we are very passionate to look at how we can be able to support our members to move out of that situation. So we came up with this campaign so that we can evaluate and see how did the COVID-19 affect our members, and therefore how can we be able to support them so that they can be able to retool their businesses and rebuild themselves from where they are. And so what the bank has done, it has come up with what I would call a war chest in terms of financing that is going to support these people from where they are. And so we have put together resources to a tune of 700 billion Kenya shillings that will go toward this kind of support. Yes.
When you talk about the 700 billion Kenya shillings, what is your target? How many people do you think will be reached by this amount?
Here we are talking about targeting about 5 million business people who are going to be composed of young people, women, people in agriculture, people in manufacturing, people in the health sector, people in hospitality, all areas, small businesses, media businesses, and large corporates. We have we have decided to put those resources so that you can be able to support our customers, our members across the board. Yes.
That is Africa Recovery and Resilience Plan.
That is a plan.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, and when we talk about this membership initiative, we understand that COVID-19, it's been almost 2.5 years, right, since COVID-19 began.
Yes, yes.
And when you talk about businesses, do you think that this the right way to approach, and how long has this initiative started?
Thank you, Maureen, for that question. First of all, we started this initiative sometimes last week, and we shall run with this initiative for a period of time. And what we are doing, we want to ensure that the resources that we have put together, and here I'm talking about the Kenya shillings 700 billion, will be able to reach all our members across the whole of Kenya. So, and when we are talking about reaching everybody, we are talking about reaching people in agriculture, we are talking about reaching people in manufacturing, people in hospitality, people in the health sector, people in oil and gas, all sectors of the economy. And when we are doing this, we are doing this so that we also target specific groups of people. Like, for example, we are targeting the young people. And what we have done, we have come up with the resources that are going to support young people in business. And there is a program that we have come up with at this front, which we are calling the Young Africa Works Program. And in this program, we are partnered with the financial partners, such as the MasterCard Foundation. And they are supporting us so that we can be able to train and mentor young people to start their own businesses, and they nurture them to maturity so that in future they stop being employed and instead they become employers. Apart from the young people, we are also targeting women. And in this case, we are targeting women in business so that we can support them in areas of business, regardless of where they are. And we are giving them what we call financial literacy. We are also giving them mentorship. We are teaching them finance, how to budget, how to save, and how to do business. We are also targeting the micro, small, and medium enterprises. And again, we are also ensuring that those who are affected by COVID-19, then we can be able to work out their businesses and rebuild those businesses so that they can continue making profits and making money.
When you talk, sorry for the interruption, when you talk about the micro and the macro people, maybe you can elaborate further. Who are these business partners of these micro?
Now, thank you, Maureen. When you talk about micro businesses, we are talking about those businesses which are doing, those people who are running kiosks, those people who are running hotels, small-scale hotels, those people who are in small-scale agriculture. We are talking about those people who are in trade and business. And so what we are doing, we want to give them loans, which they can support them in terms of their working capital. They can also support them in terms of their asset finance. In this case, they can be able to buy vehicles, which will be able to help them in their businesses. They can be able to buy machinery that will help them in their businesses, and we can also support them in commercial businesses, in commercial buildings, in case they would want to do development loans. So all those ones, construction loans and such, we are putting them under this big plan that we are calling the Africa Recovery and Resilience Plan. So again, in agriculture, for example, we want to transition our people from what we call subsistence agriculture to agribusiness, so that it is agriculture that can be able to make meaningful returns to them. So we want to train them, we want to mentor them, and then we want to extend these loans to them so that they can be able to buy high quality seeds, they can be able to use them in their farms, they can be able to buy machinery, they can be able to transport their wares, and such and such. So all these put together, we want to ensure that that small-time business person can be able to make meaningful agriculture, which we are calling agribusiness. And we have not left behind the large corporates and the large enterprises. So again, they need to be supported. We know that they were highly affected by COVID-19. We know that a lot of finances were used to manage the situation. We now want to come back and support them in their working capital. We want to give them extend solutions which are going to help them to get businesses back to normal. We want to help them to ensure that their plans are on course, so that their businesses can continue running. We'll give them loans that will help them to get properties, what we call development loans. We'll give them trade finance loans in terms of guarantees, LCs, and contract financing. So all those ones we'll be able to give our members. So as you can see, we are not talking about a particular, just one segment of our customers. We are moving across all the segments of our customers, from the micro to small, to medium, to large, corporates and enterprises. Thank you.
Okay,
Yes.
and you just mentioned about giving people loans. What is the minimum and the maximum loan one can borrow?
Now, our loans, we can give them in several ways. There are those loans that we can give using our digital channels. And so those ones, we can give them for amounts between 1,000 and 3 million. So where somebody can just go to his mobile or to his Equity line and he can be able to get the loan from there. The we also give loans. Actually, we can be able to give loans to a tune of 50 billion for one single customer. So I would say that the maximum that you can give for one single customer is 50 billion, minimum 1,000. Yes.
Which is a good amount.
Sure.
Yeah. And when you talk about these people, we have the young people in businesses that you have just mentioned. What is needed for one to be in this member initiative?
Thank you, Maureen. First of all, we are encouraging our young people to open accounts in Equity. Once they open accounts in Equity, and then they get in, they are going to be introduced to our credit managers at the branches. And so the credit managers will sit with them and they'll be able to help them to secure these loans. So the easiest way is just go to the nearest branch, open an account, or get in touch with our staff there, and they should be able to help all those young people on how they can be able to get the loans, either at the branch or through the digital channels. Yes.
Okay, and let me just ask you a question.
Yes.
Because we had people that were doing in business, were very successful in the business before the COVID-19,
Yes.
and when it attacked the people, maybe they even shut down their businesses, and now they are trying to even open another business that they once they were, practicing. How can you help such a client?
Thank you, Maureen. First of all, that's why we are saying that all our members, we are encouraging them to go to the nearest branch. Then they can be able to sit with our staff, and then they can be able to give an account of what they are doing, where are they at the moment. And then our staff, who are very experienced, they can be able to support them either to revive their businesses or to enhance their businesses, and especially at this time when businesses have been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Yes.
Okay, and when you talk about these initiative, member initiative, so how can individuals and business access these funds?
Thank you, Maureen, for that question, because it is very important. Now, there are so many ways in which our members can be able to access these solutions. The easiest one is where they walk into any nearest branch, and then they get in touch with our staff, and then they'll be able to be supported to access these loans. Then we have several channels, which then can be used to acquire these solutions. We have channels like what you call the online Equity Online, and in Equity Online, you will simply go to Equity web, and then you will be able to get into the web. I think I can just mention that web, which is https:// equityonline.equitygroupholdings.co.com. Now, this is the one that was used to be called the EasyNet. So as soon as you are able to access this system, then you can be able to get your loan from there. You can be able to get your loan through what we call the Equity mobile app. And all what you need to do with this app is just to download it from the Google Play Store. You download it, and then you can be able to navigate so that you can be able to access your loan through there. We can also be able to get these loans using what you call the Equity line. You simply go to a branch, and then you are given an Equity line, which is just a SIM card that you'll be able to use for both the calls, and also you can be able to access money. All what you need to do is you get the services from the Equity, the Equity line, where you go to money, access money, and then you can be able to access the loans from there. Then we also have other channels like what you call the EVA chatbot. And EVA chatbot is a system whereby you can be able to access your loan using the WhatsApp, or you can be able to use the Facebook Messenger, or you can be able to use Telegram. So you can be able to get your loan through that one. We also have other online channels like the EasyBiz. Now, the EasyBiz is a solution which is supposed to help customers to manage their liquidity. And so they can be able to move money from one point to the other, from one account to the other. They can be able to do all services that they usually do at the branch without necessarily going to the branch. And then lastly, we also have what you call the EasyFX. Now, the EasyFX system, our customers or our members can be able to do foreign exchange. They can be able to get foreign exchange for whatever currency, be it US dollar, be it GBP, whatever currency, at the comfort of their homes instead of going to the branch. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. I understand that everything now has gone digitalized.
True, very true.
Yeah, and that's why we have these access. You can dial, and it's very quick than even moving yourself or, taking a matatu, your car just to go to the next branch to access this and maybe ask a question about this type of question. You can do self,
Actually, Maureen, with the introduction of digital products or the digital solutions, it has brought a lot of convenience and saved a lot of cost for our members. These are not the days that you used to take a matatu and you go to the branch, which is 200 kilometers away. You can be able to do your businesses at the comfort of your living room. You can be able to do it at your office or wherever you are. You simply get access to any of these channels, and then you should be able to do all your banking services with a lot of convenience. Yes.
And it's quick because, the fuel prices is still going high.
When
you don't have
look
to
at the
waste
cost of the country today, then you realize that we have really made it very easy for our members to do business. Yes, using the digital channels.
Okay. I think we're going to take a very short break, and then when we come back, we shall continue with this conversation about our member initiative, just to get some quick tips. How can you yourself be able to work with Equity? How can you be a member? What do you need? How much amount you can get? Or maybe, is there any interest, the interest cost of the loans? We'll get to know much about that maybe after the break. Well, stay tuned, and in case you still have a question about this member initiative, you can send the questions to 0717424486, or you can use the SMS number that is 21760. And we are saying, Karibu member, keep it Capuchin TV, and stay tuned for the next part.
Every day, we empower our members to unite, to inspire, to triumph. Equity, Karibu member.
Capuchin TV, your Catholic broadcasting ministry.
Every day, over 15 million members are transforming Africa. 15 million members, empowered to learn, to create, to grow, to harvest, to lead, to dream. Equity. Karibu member.
Capuchin TV, your Catholic identity.
Every day, we empower our members to grow, to harvest, to deliver. And every day, they're transforming Africa. Equity. Karibu member.
A very good morning. Welcome back to this special edition of Equity Bank, and we are talking about Africa Recovery and Resilience Plan that is accounted 700 million Kenya shillings. Well, thank you for those ones who have been sending the questions. We have received some, and we will be tackling them for you because we have the guest that is Sylvester Muya from Equity Bank, that is in current Supreme Center Manager. Yes, and he will be telling us more about these details because we have received some of the questions being how can one do, or what is needed for one to access these funds. He will tackle that too, and some of the other questions we have the interest rate and the loan. And well, as he mentioned before we had gone for the break, you can access these services. You can dial. We have the digital program. You can dial star 247. Yeah, you can dial star 247 hash just to access these services. Welcome back, Sylvester.
Thank you.
Yeah, as we were talking about the interest, I think it's the most asked question.
Yes.
Tell us, what is the interest rate for these 700 Kenya shillings billion?
Thank you so much, Maureen. With the interest rate across the board, and in equity, we are charging 13% for our loans across the board. So, yes, that is what we are charging at the moment. Yes. 13%. 13%.
Okay.
Yes.
And when you are giving out these loan services, do you check the credit of a certain business clients?
Well, when we are appraising our loans, for the micros and the small businesses, we don't check so much about how someone has been doing before. You just need to have an account that is running, and then from there we can be able to evaluate. It will be able to dictate, and the level of your business will also be able to dictate how much we should be able to give to the business. However, for the large corporates and enterprises, we evaluate and see the performance of the business, so that again it can be able to inform us how much would be able to should we be able to support it with. So yes and no. Yes for large corporates and medium enterprises, not necessarily for the small and micro enterprises. Yes.
That's favorable.
Yes.
Okay. And we have one question from Rose, although you had tackled this one, and she's asking, what is needed to be done for one to be a member?
Thank you, Rose. I want to say Rose because she's the one who is asking the question. For one to be a member, the easiest way is you simply walk to the nearest branch with your ID, and then you should be able to use your ID to open an account. Once you open an account, then you are a member. Alternatively, you can even open accounts using your mobile phone. We usually have a system that you can be able to use so that you can be able to open the account. But for more assistance, let us go to the nearest branch, and then we should be able to be supported by the staff there. Yes. Yes.
And it's very thoughtful for our young people out there, the women, everyone that is doing business, just to have these activity that is going around the country for helping these business people, just to make sure they uplift their lives and they can continue with their life and doing carrying on with everything they do. Now, tell us, why is it important for one to join this member initiative?
Thank you, Maureen. As I've said from the beginning, this is a thoughtful action that the bank came up with, and came up with a grant plan that is supposed to support our members across the board, from the micros to the large enterprises, so that we can help them to navigate through the frustrations of COVID-19. So we are out there to support our members so that they are not incapacitated by the effects of COVID-19. And that's why we have come up with these huge resources that will go towards helping them to move out of where they are at the moment. Yes. Yes.
And we're talking about a huge amount of money, that is 700
Kenya shillings, 700 billion.
We're talking about billions.
Yes.
Not millions, billions.
Yes.
It's a good money. Anyway, tell us, if one wish to benefit from these Equity's 700 billion Kenya shillings project, what is needed to be done, or what can one simply do?
As I've said, Maureen, you simply need to get in touch with us. We are, or you can even call us on 0763 000 000. If you call us using that number, then we should be able to give you direction on what you should be able to do so that you access these resources. But as I've said, the easiest way is to walk to the nearest branch. You will find staff who are waiting for you, and then they should be able to support you, depending on which sector you are in, which business you are running, whether you are an individual or it is a company or it is a large business. They should be able to help you to access these funds. And we are talking about a lot of money. And we have said it is going to cut across all sectors of the economy. It's going to cut across all businesses. It's going to cut across all the industries. We are talking about health. We are talking about manufacturing. We are talking about transport and logistics. We are talking about trade and investments, all across all sectors and industries we have around. So that is what we are doing.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think it's very favorable for every person that is involved in the business. When you talk about the young people, they have smartphone. They can do the WhatsApp. When you talk about the Kabambe phone, they can dial *247#.
Any phone can actually be able to do that.
Exactly.
Many people are asking whether if they don't have the smartphone, they can be able to access these solutions. You can actually be able to do so even when you have the smallest mobile phone. So yes, it is possible to get these solutions from even the Kabambe. Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Do you have any parting shot about this whole initiative? What would you like to tell our viewer, your members, your clients that you have the Karibu member? What do you want to tell them just for them to join this member initiative?
Thank you, Maureen. First of all, I want to thank all our members for being with us. And we want to give them total assurance that we are here to support them. And that is the reason why we have put those huge resources to a tune of Kenya shillings 700 billion, so that we can be able to support them, and we can be able to work with them. We can be able to help them rebuild their businesses and retool, so that now they get to where they were before COVID. Or if they are still doing well, we can be able to enhance their businesses. And that is the reason why we are calling it the Africa Recovery and Resilience Plan. You know, and we are talking about, I've said we are talking about all businesses. So for those who would want to get more information about this big plan, first of all, they can SMS. They can either dial *247# using their phones, or they can go to the nearest Equity branch. By dialing *247#, they can be able to access all those solutions. They can also do as an SMS 24 to 24990, with their name and the town where they are, and Equity will be able to call them back. They can also be able to call us on 0763 000 000. We can also be reached through the Facebook and Twitter at KE Equity Bank, and then we should be able to get back to them. So please note that with all those contacts, we should be able to communicate with you. And in case you are not able to, you are not satisfied with using those channels, then you can just walk to the nearest branch, and we should be able to support you. Staff are there waiting for you. They are there to support you in your business. We want to work with you. We want to ensure that you are out of where you are, and especially if you have been affected by COVID-19. Yes,
you talked about the SMS number.
Yes.
Are there any charges just to let the viewers know?
No, these are free. These are free line.
Wow.
So if you just SMS 24990, then you simply indicate your name and the nearest town to where you are, then we should be able to call you immediately. Yes.
That's amazing, and hoping to you, our viewer, you have been able to follow up this program of member initiative. Make sure that you are the person to be in the Equity, because we have said Karibu member, be the member of the Equity Bank, because we have seen they are having so many services catering for young people, old people. It doesn't matter you have a small business or large business, that is large entrepreneurs, right? And you can be able even to access their services through various means of digital ways. We have the Equity line, we have the Equity mobile app. You can dial *247# *247#, and even for the SMSs, charges are zero. Why don't you want to be the member of being that will be able to access these funds that is set aside for the Equity Bank? You're talking about 700 billion Kenya shillings, of which it's a large amount. Make sure you grab some. Make sure you be that Equity Bank member. Yes.
Yes.
He has just talked about how you can access all these funds and how you can be a member. Visit to the nearest branch. I understand that you are every part of Kenya.
Across
the country,
yes.
Right? Karen, whether you stay in Dagoretti, you stay in Nairobi, you stay in Thika, you're all served.
Sure.
Awesome. And because we have come to the end of these a discussion, in case you missed out this topic and the follow-up, you can still follow this interview on our social media platform. We have Facebook, we have YouTube, and make sure that you are not left out. If you find this message, make sure you preach to your neighbors, to your friends, to your family. Let them be of help to you and to other people and to the society. We have the women entrepreneurs, because we have seen Equity supports women a lot. Because they're very important to our society.
Very important.
Our mothers.
Yes, and our sisters. Yes.
Kabisa. All right, I'll be coming to the end of this interview. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for those ones who have been sending out your questions. May God bless you and have a good day. I don't know if you have something else to say.
Just simply to say Karibu member.
Karibu member.
Yes.
Awesome. That's what we're going to wind up with. Karibu member. My name is Maureen Kimani. And in the studio we had Sylvester Muya from Equity Bank. That is a manager of Current Supreme Center.
Yes.
Karibu member. Have a good day. Okay.
Every day, we empower our members to unite, to inspire, to triumph. Equity, Karibu member.
Capuchin TV, your Catholic broadcasting ministry.
Every day, over 15 million members are transforming Africa. $15 million members empowered to learn, to create, to grow, to harvest, to lead, to dream. Equity. Karibu member.